Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If scenario. We continue to add the 1972 Topps cards to our baseball sim. The upcoming season will begin once we wrap up our 1998 Arizona Diamondback series. And so we've got about 50 games, 52 or 53 games to go. So we need to get things moving here. We are going to do the Kansas City Royals today, which is the final team of the American League in the Topps cards prep work. And so we are going to begin by adding this 1972 Topps Dick McAuliffe card. I'm looking at the Dick McAuliffe stat card over here. The guy has been on 5 teams in 4 seasons. We're beginning the 4th season coming up. So this is a guy that I don't know if he just can't find a home in our sim or what. But he's on the Royals now. From what I saw, it looks like the Royals are signing as many free agents as they possibly can in order to get their team improved, and Dick McAuliffe is one of those free agents that they signed. So there it is, Dick McAuliffe added to the 1972 Royals. Here's Pat Kelly, a player who's been on the Royals since we began the sim. Let's see if he's got a card. He does. It appears. There it is, right there, pop up. On the White Sox in 1972. Now, there have been a couple of Pat Kellys over the history of MLB, so we have to make sure we get this one right. Yeah, there are so many Pat Kelly cards. I would like to see these. Okay, there's the Pat Kelly right there. So we're going to delete this one. I'm looking down in this little, wrote that, but also right down there. This Pat Kelly is the other Pat Kelly. This Pat Kelly is the other Pat Kelly. And this Pat Kelly is another Pat Kelly entirely. All right. So this is the original Pat Kelly. And therefore we will treat him as he should be treated, which is giving him the number 1 Pat Kelly. By going in here. Oh, he's already there. Cool. All right, so he's good. Everything's good. All right. Rudy Miole. Looks like he is a rookie who's about to get the everyday duty. And that's a 74 Angel card, so I don't think he's going to have a 72. And we'll probably have a lot of these where we won't even have to pull up a card. So that'll make it go by quickly. I do want to do the pitchers as well, so we can just knock out all the American League and be done with it today. Here's Mike Fiore. Does he have a card? In 72, it looks like he does. On the Red Sox, in fact. I mean, the poses are all the same. It's like Mike Fiore was like, do you want me to just do what I did last time? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. All right. He's out there just stretching out as a first baseman would. Okay. There's Rodriguez. Did we trade him or did we let him go? We traded him with Tommy Agee for Chris Zachary, who I don't even think is on the team. But that was like a salary dump situation. We are in big trouble on this team, on our Seattle Pilots team. And I think we're going to have a really lean year we're definitely going to lose 100 games. There's nothing, because we are in the negative with cash, we can't sign any free agents. And all we can really do is hope that, let's see, how many is that? That is 9A. Okay. All we can really do is hope we can recover the money and then maybe make some mid-season signings. I don't know. Let's make sure we get the right Aurelio here. So we are not getting the right Aurelio. We need to delete. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, delete. Come on. And then make this number 2. And then it'll fit right in. Okay. Moving on. Fran Healy's already got a 72. So they must have... No, he's been on that team the entire time. Jerry Hairston will be a rookie, it looks like. A 20-year-old rookie out there in left field. That's a 74 rookie card, so I don't think I'll have a 72. Nope. All right, moving on. There's Tommy Agee. A guy that I did not want to have to trade away. It feels like to me he's an important part of our Pilots sim franchise, but you know, again, you kind of got to do what you got to do to get your team, to be successful. And I'm the first one to admit I pretty much tanked the team, and I didn't intend to do it that way, but we signed one free agent starter to a long-term deal, very expensive, and that did it. That sunk the whole team. My bad. There's Tommy Harper, another Pilot that we started with in 1969 that we traded away. Well, you when you have an expansion franchise with a stadium that seats 7,500, you're not going to make a lot of revenue. Like, you really do have to find a way to make your team profitable, which is the other fun part of doing the Seattle Pilots. Of course, it's fun to explore the premise, which is what would happen if you had just kept them in Seattle, and we're kind of finding out. Like, you can't sustain a major league ball club in a stadium meant for 7,500 people. So yeah, we have not particularly fared well in the business aspect of it, and we're going to be punished for that this year. I mean, if we set the record for the worst record of all time, I would not be surprised. Our 5-man rotation is Dave Boswell and whomever else. Rich Severson does not have a 72 card. Okay, that's too bad. And old Jackie's back in town. Jackie Hernandez. All right, let's see. Does Jackie Hernandez have a 72 card? He seems like one of those valuable defensive shortstops that played a long time. It looks like he is on the Pirates in 72. One of those Dave Concepcion types where didn't really hit all that much. Maybe he had 1 or 2 good years at the plate, but was really beneficial to the team defensively. We gotta move and check both files, make sure we get the right one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how many J Hernandezes are there? It's a ton. So we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Yes. I just noticed a second ago that it looks like my Beckett monthly subscription has completed, and I need to I need to sign up again for another month because it doesn't show the prices here. I didn't notice, but maybe my subscription lapsed last night. So when we get ready to do the National League teams, I'll make sure we have that back so we can check out the values of some of these cards. I find that interesting anyway. Campanis. Jim Campanis, he was the guy for the Dodgers who said some unkind words about African American athletes, I think, right? That basically got him fired from the GM job way back in the 80s or something. Am I wrong about that? Jim Campanis does not have a 72 card. Here's Jerry Adair, age 35, still hanging in there. At least one more year after this, because he's free agent in 73. And he is on the bench for the Royals. Does he have a 72 card? He does. Oh, no. Just a Milton Bradley. That doesn't count. Federico Suave. Let's see. That looks like a 70 rookie card. 72, he did not have one. All right, well, we're moving right along here. Frank White. He's got a whole long career ahead of him on the Major League roster, but not as the second baseman. You know, this game does Frank White dirty every time with his ratings. You mean Frank White has a peak of 83? At least defensively, he looks good. He can even play left field, which is weird. Not on this, not listed here. But yeah, I mean, Frank White, an incredibly important player for those Royals. Here's Billy Harris, 1970 card showing. Did he have a 72? Is he maybe known as Bill? Did he grow up? Let's see. No, okay. All right. Tom Tresh. Let's see. 1970, he was on the Tigers. And nope. An unfortunate player who joined the Tigers after they won the World Series. Here's Bob Oliver. Now we're in AAA. This guy can't get a regular job on a team, that is. But he does still have a card. Oops. Oliver Bob. Add him. Okay. Ellie Rodriguez. Backup catcher. He might have a card, right? 72, yes. 72 tops. There he is, on the Brew Crew. God, the Brewers are so good right now. I mean, I don't know what their odds are. But, I mean, I would not be surprised if they went really deep in the playoffs. Okay, we got to move but keep both files. There he is. So he's Ellie Rodriguez 2. Delete. All right. Okay. Cool. Keeping it moving. Joe Foy. This guy has been a starter every season in our sim, and now he's in AAA because he's got that 72 rating. And you can see him decline stat-wise, too. And maybe he's actually done. Yeah. Does not have a card. Juan Rios. Looks like he's the bat boy in that photograph. He's not even a player. He's just put bat boy putting the bats in the rack. He did have a Puerto Rican sticker. I wish I knew what those looked like. I bet they're pretty cool. But no card. Okay, there's Buck Martinez. Back to calling games again. He had a little bit of a bout of cancer or something. Good announcer. I like him. I think he's good, personally. Buck Martinez. I wonder what his real name is. It's Martinez 48910. I guess we can find out, right? Oh. Okay. Yeah, we got a couple Buck Martinez here we can get rid of. Let's delete. And delete. It's an OPG 85. Buck Martinez still sticking around. Okay, we go in here. And change this to that. There we go. And you know what? Let's find out what his real name is. I brought it up. Let's just take a look. Let's just take a second. While that's loading up, we'll get to the next one here. Cesar Cedeno. Cesar Cedeno's a 79. All this guy did was hit home runs and triples and play great defense. This game does not respect him at all. Okay, real name. Drum roll. Come on. Oh, come on. John. Okay, well that's disappointing. John Martinez. All right, Cesar Cedeno. Let's see if we can find him here. Now, I mean, the way that I think the game works is if a player of Cesar Cedeno's quality gets traded early in his career or drafted onto a shitty team that doesn't spend money on their development, maybe he just doesn't ever get better, you know? Like he just is a mediocre player, you know, those are the breaks, right? So I kind of wonder if that's the way this works, but I mean, there's just no way to know. I mean, I have no belief that the game works correctly, ever. Oh, damn. All right, that's not going to work either. We did get the wrong Cedeno. So we got to delete him. And then go in here and take away the 2. Okay, there we go. Cool looking Astros card. Tommy Cruz. Does he have a card? Let's see. No. Okay. Dave Oliver. Okay, we're in single A ball players now. Although I think there's going to be a lot of those, so this will still take a minute. So there's Baba Oliver and Dave Oliver on this team, not related. Dave Oliver, no. So we're probably going to run through the not going to be a lot of 72s. There's John Wathan. At one time, he was the record holder for the most stolen bases by a catcher. And yet, in this game, he's got an 80 speed. But he would steal bases in the 30s, especially on those Royals teams with Willie Wilson and, you know, Frank Wright, Amos Otis, Frank White. I think I said Wright, but Yeah, those guys were stealing like crazy. And they did a lot of cocaine. That'll get you going. Dennis Papke. No, as you would expect. Mike Vale. I can remember in the 1980s, especially like I want to say 81, when Mike Vale was on the Cubs. God, I hated Mike Vale. I hated opening up a baseball card pack and getting a Mike Vale. It just felt like you got the worst player in the game. And that was like an 11-year-old me thinking that. Just being incredibly disappointed that Mike Vale popped in there. Here's Ron Mitchell. Never heard of him. Does have a card, though. All right, Pepe Mangual. Let's see. Might be a little too early for a Mangual base card. Let's see. I think that's the 75 rookie. Yep, too early. There's Jerry Royster, his rookie card. That's the 76. I could be wrong, but I think that's the same card with the Chet Lemon rookie card on it. And when Chet Lemon passed away earlier this year, rest in peace, Chet the Jet, his rookie card, this rookie card with Jerry Royster on it, went from being 75 cents overnight just because he passed away. And I do mean overnight. The next day, I looked it up, and it was $10. I have that card in my collection. I might make a fun giveaway in the future. Nothing for Dan Ford. He's got the Topps Gold Cup. Chuck Baker. We're not going to get anybody here with any 72 cards, but like I said before, we are completionists, and we will check every damn one of them, just to be sure. Steve Smith. All right. Infielder, second baseman. He has none. Roy Howell, looking cool. Sneaky power. This game says 79. When he was on the Blue Jays, he would just club it against my Tigers. The way I remember it. Roy Howell, Ernie Witt would destroy us. Here's a Pat Putnam card. That's his rookie card with Ted Cox of the Red Sox. The only name ever that rhymed with the team he played for. Dave Revering and Wayne Cage. So that card is worthless. I mean, Pat Putnam might have been the best player. He played for a few years with the Rangers. Nope. All right. There's Rob Wilfong. He had a good long career. Mostly with the Twins. All right, we're kind of blowing through it here. We'll be doing the pictures here momentarily. Nate Chapman. Never heard of him. But he has a card. That's something. Nope. Don Werner, longtime backup catcher. I want to say he was a bullpen coach for the Tigers or something. I could be wrong about that. He might have been in the Sparky era of the Tigers. Okay, Brian Asselstein. Or Stein. Asselstein. I've never actually heard that name pronounced. There's Wayne Gross. I can't tell who these others are. I can't tell. That card is worthless. Did I hit it? I can't remember. No. All right. And then we're back to Dick McAuliffe. Perfect. Okay, let's save it. So always save our work. All right, and then we'll do the pictures. And then we will be done with the American. Done. That's great. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do the draftable players or not. Do a video of that because it takes forever. I mean, that is the most tedious work because you're doing it from scratch. So you have to find one for every single player on that list. And it's pretty brutal work. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm an idiot though. But I can't imagine someone who truly want to watch that. In the half-hour bunches like what we're doing right here, that's not so bad. God, I love Steve Busby. Such a good pitcher in this era. Arm problems absolutely screwed him over. God, did he have 2 no-hitters or 3 no-hitters? I know we've talked about it before. I just can't remember now. But in our sim, he got a cup of coffee on our sim, and he's been working his way a few more starts every year. But now he's going to be the ace of this team, and that's his 74 rookie card. So he does not have a card. Les Rohr, we absolutely know this guy doesn't have a card. But he just peaked with 18 wins. A guy that was well out of baseball by the time him, I believe. But look at him getting 39 starts last year. Here's Jim Rooker. That's a real pitcher. I mean, so far this rotation's pretty solid. Kind of impressed. Here we go. It's got a top card. There it is. Jim Rooker. Replace. All right. Up next, Claude Osteen. This is a guy who started pitching when he was 17 years old in the major leagues. And he's only 32. Was he still playing? I don't even know. Let's see. Pardon me. Let's see. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He was on the Dodgers. He even had a Kellogg's card, an error card, and then the corrected card with the ERA, as if anybody would have known. And there he is on the Dodgers. Okay. Oh, I guess he was on the Dodgers in 71 as well. And I just created that other card. CLAU. Oh, man, I hate it when this... for some reason, sometimes my cursor I can't see. Maybe you can see it. But on my end, it just starts blinking and I can't see where it's at. It's very frustrating. Especially during an actual sim game. When I can't locate it, that is a pisser. Here's Wally Bunker. Let's see. No, he did not have a 72 card. 72 tops card. Norm Angelini. So this would... the card you see is his rookie card, his 71 rookie card. Did he stick around for 72? Is an Angelini, is that like an Italian angel? No, he does not have a card. There's Lance Clemens. He does have a card. That is his 72 rookie. And Jim York has a rookie card, 72. Doug Bed. He's going to be a rookie in the sim. That is a 74 card. Did he have a 72? Nope. All right. Monty Montgomery. God, the parents are just have to be assholes to do that to a kid. All right. That's a 73 card, so I don't think he's going to have a 72, but I could be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. Gosh. I'm like never wrong. There he is. Oh, he's on the same card as Lance Clemens that we just saw. So we'll have to update that. Montgomery, that is 10 characters right there. So we'll call it Montgomery M. All right. So yeah, we got to get rid of some of these Montgomerys. Certainly got to get rid of that one. That was Montgomery 3. So we got to make this Montgomery. We'll make it 3. Okay, that should update on its own. I guess we better double check. I believe it probably will. Al Bamarley. That's where he's from. Montgomery 3. Okay, so we're good. John Warden. He was on the 68 Tigers. He must have got a World Series ring. John Warden. God, how can you imagine being a rookie on that 68 Tigers team? Must have been crazy. No, no card. Mike Hedlund. He's got a 71. Maybe he has a 72. We're already into AAA territory here, so we're moving along. Yeah. He does right there. Hedlund, that is 7. Mike. All right. Cool, cool. Ken Wright. There it is. Let's see if he does. He had a 71. He has a 72. And he is on the Royals. Okay. Yep, there we go. John Hiller. So, 72. I believe 72 was the year he had the heart attack on the mound, right? He almost died. Does he have a card? He might not actually have a card. Yeah. So this is the one year he didn't have a card because of the heart attack. But he comes back and plays, I think, until 1979 or 80. So he'll have to deal with that 71 card for one more year. Dave Moorhead. Let's see. He had a 71. And he does not have a 72. Paul Lindblad. Now, he definitely does. That guy was around for a long time. It's just a weird name. Paul Lindblad. Yep. Oh, he was on the Rangers. Another one of those weird player, like this is the Rangers' first season, right? 72. We've discussed that, and it's like it's not an expansion team, but it's almost like they just signed a bunch of random players with hopes that some of them would pan out. Paul Lindblad is a good choice. The guy is a solid player. John Gelnar. Okay, I'm going to let you, if you're watching this video, I'm going to let you in on a secret. I have this card, John Gelnar. I believe it's actually the Brewers. I can't remember for sure. 71, John Gelnar. Topps buyback autograph. I have John Gelnar's autograph card, this card, and it will be part of a giveaway when we do the Seattle Pilots. I'm excited. I didn't have to pay very much for it either, and it's got some value. But I love Topps buybacks and the fact that they go and they get them autographed. And 71 will be his last year. He had that one really good 69 season for us, and then we just couldn't duplicate it. Our team got worse too. So Dick Drago. Oh, not Grego. I think I was thinking of Grogu. Dick Grogu. That's good stuff. He's got little ears hanging out of his baseball cap. Anything you see being green. There he is. Oh, that's some funny stuff. Dick. I have to remind myself to think of that when we're calling baseball games. I guess he's in AAA, so it doesn't matter. Unless he gets to the majors. Calling him Dick Grogu. Here's Paul Splittorff. He is the all-time... No, wait. I'm wrong about that. I got the wrong guy. No, Dennis Leonard is the all-time wins and strikeouts leader for a pitcher for the Royals. There he is, Splittorff, with a 72. I mean, another player that the game just does not respect. Splittorff is 10 characters. He's a long-time pitcher for them in the majors. And he's got a 77 rating. That's just not right. There's Ron Peranowski. We traded him over there as we were getting rid of some of our free agents. And he pitched. He went 11 and 2/3 innings for the Royals after we traded him without giving up a run. Oh, he gave up one run. No earned runs. Good job by him. Peranowski. A 70 rating. Did he have a 72? Yes, he did. On the Tigers, what? Oh, look at that. That's cool. 72 was the last good year for the Tigers for like a decade. Wait, how many is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. That's cool. I would not remember that Peranowski was on the Tigers ever. But that's kind of neat. Oh, I added a W. Damn it. Wondering why that didn't work. Fix that. Peranowski. Okay, I don't know why. It doesn't feel like I spelt that right. Okay, we're good. Next one. Mo. Hey, Mo. Mo Drabowski. Okay, let's see. Is he sticking around? He was. On the Cardinals. Drabowsky with an M. All right. There we go. Steve Jones. Not the guy from The Clash. Shows him as a Royals rookie, though. Nope. Wow. Look at all the years in the minor leagues since 1962. He's 30 years old, and the game is still keeping him around somehow. Bill Kelso. I would think no. Yeah, we might have got our majority of 72. There's Gary Lance. Let's see. Nope. Bill Butler. Maybe he has a 71. Bill Butler. Another guy who has Major League Baseball cards, but has not pitched in the majors yet. George Throop. That's his rookie card, so he's not going to have one. Nope. Bob Roush. Well, at least this is going by pretty quickly. This is one of the quicker ones. We did have more 72 cards than I guess I would have anticipated. Al Fitzmaurice, he could have one. I bet you he definitely does. Al Fitzmaurice. Yep. Topps cloth test. In 1977, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 1977, Topps came out with a Topps cloth series. There were stickers. You could peel off the cloth sticker and put it on your Trapper Keeper or whatever the shit. I'm just making sure I didn't screw that one up. I'm going to say no, I did not. They were pretty cool. Of course, they're not super high value, but the cards are higher value than some of the actual Topps cards because, you know, kids pulled them off and put them on their book. I'm actually watching a few of the prices on those on Mercari for future prizes just because they're kind of cool in a weird way, you know, like unusual kind of thing. And, you know, we are beginning a giveaway. Right now you can join if you haven't, or if you maybe don't follow the actual 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks revisionist history series. You can get in on that. But when I give away prizes, I like to have something eccentric, you know? Like, doesn't have to have the highest of value necessarily, but be weird and rare. I like to have one of those every time we do a giveaway. Don Baba O'Reilly. We are seeing some 71 cards here, but we're not getting a 72 Buddy. No. I don't like that card either. That is just the worst airbrushing. Like, they barely made an effort. And then there we are. Steve Busby, we're back to the top. So, how many single A pitchers do they have? Oops, my bad. Wait, do they not have any? What? Wow, they don't have any single A pitchers somehow. I don't understand. Okay, it doesn't matter. That will do it. Thank you guys for tuning in for this. And next time we come back, we will do the first National League team. We'll see who that is. Which is the first team that pops up in the National League? As I saved it like a dum-dum. Let's see if we can figure out which one it is. I want to know. Now I really want to know, as annoying this is. Okay, here we go. There we go. It's going to be the Mets. We'll just go in order. So the Mets will be the first one up. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And if you want to get in on that giveaway, check out my 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks revisionist history video from today. And it'll tell you how to get in.